So it's away we go then. Strong running down that left flank. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Mazraoui. Looks to the other side. Brahim Diaz. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. The cross. Gets good distance on it. Hannibal. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. El Kanous. El Kanous. That's a delicate pass. Hannibal. Great defending, strong and determined. Shot, surely! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Hannibal. He can run onto that. And Morocco could break here. Does really well to win the ball there. Mazraoui. El Ainaoui. And he's managed to get free. Shapes to shoot! And the keeper's relieved to see that disappear wide.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort.
Diop. Hakimi. Calmly anticipates. El Ainaoui. Brahim Diaz. So what can they make of this? And it's El Ainaoui. And that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Interception. His positioning was spot on. And here's Brahim Diaz. He's had a shot! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Morocco really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Hakimi gets over and intercepts. Riyad. Diop. El Kanous. Brahim Diaz. He's shifting through the gears here. That's been drilled in. And the keeper gets his hands on it. It's been a pretty frantic start. A lot of front foot pressing. That has been cut short. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Shaqiri moved on forwards. Morocco, it's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, whether they've been allowed to set the standards or not, they're setting them, and a goal has to follow.
Diop. Riyad. Diop. El Ainawi. Hakimi. And it's El Kanous. Diop. And it's played forward. Could be danger here. Plenty waiting in the middle. No way through, so back. And the finish! Can he latch on to this? Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Diop, forwards and with intent. El Kanous, played out towards the right wing. That's really well manoeuvred, and that could set him on his way. That's going to go a long way. Showing good feet, aimed in towards the centre. Rawi crosses it in. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Riyad. Oh, that's neat. Hannibal. Oh, what a pass! Oh, there's the shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
It's a mighty effort! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Hakimi shifted upfield.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Brahim Diaz clears it away. Spread out to the left, and he cuts out the supply. Beautifully, he ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away, and that's going to be a booking. And it's Diaz. Brahim Diaz. Good challenge, excellent challenge. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Have it back and can go again. El Ainawi. Diop. Plenty of endeavour from either side, but not much of it in the vicinity of either goal.
Yeah, the tempo is strong and the game has flair and lots of potential for me.
Shoots! And again! Shaqiri, aim forwards. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Hakimi cuts out the pass. El Ainawi are looking to break at pace. And the shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Hannibal. Oh, that's well done, really robust. El Kanous. Lovely feet. Tries to dink it through. Here comes the corner. And that has been cleared. And it's Mazraoui. He's got to be in here. Big chance! And another try! Goal! Morocco! First blood drawn. Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. And that has been clubbed away. Oh, easy pickings there. Hannibal. El Ainawi. Riyad. Diop. El Kanous. Riyad. Diop. Out to the right. The message is clear, none shall pass. Diop. Mazraoui. Oh, nice touch. Played in by Mazraoui. Clears it away. Ainawi. Tries a measured ball. El Kanous. Played back in. Morocco cannot keep hold of the ball. Real chance! And for sure, that was not one of his best. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. That's offside. Yes, it is. El Kanous wins the duel this time. Riyad. Mazraoui. Mazraoui, gently done. It's a fine run and he's happy to keep going. Oh, what a climb! Moved on forwards. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Sakiri does really well to win the ball there. And the counter is on. Hannibal. Hannibal. Out towards the flank. Lovely bit of skill. This is gone, that's a foul. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. A finish right from the top draw.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Oh, that is a bit special. That has certainly made things interesting.
Really will fancy their chances now. They need to make the most of the momentum, but they have to be careful not to overstretch themselves and pay a price.
It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. Aim forwards. Riyad. Riyad, played over towards the opposite flank. Played into the middle. Chance for a shot! Oh, it's come loose. That's really well manoeuvred. Now, what about a counter-attack? And he's managed to get free. Keeps on running. And the keeper has it. Riyad. Riyad cuts it out. Done delicately. Can he get onto this? The ball is loose and the chase is on. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Tunisia get the ball rolling in the second half.
Morocco have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Riyad makes the interception. Sakiri. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Clipped into space. That's been slipped through. Oh, that's a... El Khanous! Decent enough try.
El Khanous certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
And it's played forward. Hannibal. Now that's a lovely exchange. Oh, nicely intercepted. That's really well manoeuvred. And he welcomes it in. Real chance here! Oh, they could be caught out here. Mazraoui. Oh, it's played into the area. And it's El Khanous. Takes a shot. And that wasn't far away.
Oh, he just got it ever so slightly wrong, Peter. There wasn't much in that at all.
Aim forwards. That'll be a throw-in. Riyad. El Ainawi. Diop. Mazraoui. Forwards and with intent. And there's green grass ahead of him. Mazraoui. Mazraoui puts them all in. Out to the left it goes. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Oh, it's come loose. Oh, such a clever touch. Can he finish? Could be danger here. Moved on forwards. Can he latch on to this? Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Mazraoui, aim forwards. And he goes cross-field. And it's Diaz. He's in space and looking for options. And a goal kick. And it's played forward. It's good running with the ball. That looks a cracking ball.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Diop. Brahim Diaz. That's Al-Kanous. Al-Kanous. Played out to the right. Oh, sweet feet. Al-Kanous. That is lovely. Brahim Diaz. Oh, good spread. And he's there to get it away. And claimed it back swiftly. Hakimi. And here's Brahim Diaz. And they've got rid. El Ainaoui. Mazraoui. That's a good run down the left. Cross goes in there. And that's nice and simple for the keeper. Well, that's well seen too. Sakiri. And that's really well manoeuvred. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Well timed, excellent interception. Diop. Diop forwards and with intent. Hakimi. Hakimi, gently done. Hakimi is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Oh, Red, nice interception. Sakiri with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Oh, that's a booking, always looked it. Oh, played right into his path. Hakimi gets across to intercept that. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Al-Kanous. El Ainaoui. Over to the left. He came in hard, very hard. Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly. Wins the duel this time. Moved on forwards. Danger averted for now. Aim forwards. Great run this, he's covered quite a distance already. And that's aimed into the middle. Dealt with nicely by the defence. And it's played forward. Lovely, now then. He can get that clear. Tunisia have got it back and they'll have another go. Sakiri. Spread out to the left. Now here's the delivery. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Here's the header! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
And it's El Ainaoui. El Ainaoui looking for a runner. Hakimi. El Ainaoui. Hakimi plays it in. No, that's too long. That's really well manoeuvred. He is just caressing the ball. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And that's another throw. And it's Mazraoui. Played in by Mazraoui. They've got a corner here. Brahim Diaz plays it short. Hakimi. Oh, that is asking for trouble. And here's Brahim Diaz. He's having a shot! In he goes again. And no, he couldn't find the finish.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
Brahim Diaz goes short. And it's El Ainaoui.
Morocco clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Can he get onto this?
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
This is it then, now or never. Hakimi. El Khanous. El Khanous with the cross. Cleared without complication. And it's El Ainaoui. Hakimi flings in a cross. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And it's been taken short. El Ainaoui played down the flank. Not much subtlety about that challenge.
Morocco really can't be faulted.
Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
There's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Diop. Mazraoui aimed forwards. Will play through for the wide man. It's really well cleared. Tunisia can make their change now with a break in play.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Long ball by the goalkeeper. Chance to shoot! Skiri. That's tidy.
Tunisia clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Very nicely done. That's a nicely weighted pass. Oh, he's put a shade too much on that.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Mazraoui cuts out the pass. Diop. El Kanous. El Ainawi. Mazraoui. Long ball looking to counter. And the pass is intercepted. Mazraoui, gently done.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. That's very neat. Chance for a cross, maybe now or never.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And the shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Confirmation that there will be 2-minute stoppage time. Great defending, strong and determined. Keeper's got good distance on that. We are into overtime. Hannibal. Good purposeful running this. Now who's going to be first to this? Cross needs to be good. Final seconds, this has to be it. El Ainawi, and that's that. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks winner of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?